What's the best way to become confident? So I'm going to share with you some tips to help you to become confident. And there's a few things you need to understand. And if you like this video, please subscribe and share with your friends. So let's go over tip number one. So you can't be 100% confident in every area of your life. Okay, so maybe if you're a sports person, you're confident in your home life, but maybe you're not just confident in not all of your sports, but maybe a certain area. For instance, you might be confident when you practice your sport, okay, in the training ground. But when it comes to the bigger games, and you're under a little bit of pressure, you're not so confident. So that's the first step. So get specific. Where exactly are you not confident? And if you're not confident in a few areas, then you need to work on the area that you're the least confident in first, and learn what confidence actually means. Okay, so we all throw out these ideas. Whenever I ask a client of mine that says they're not confident, and I say, well, explain what you mean, they find it actually hard to articulate because they presume I know what they mean. And the way I work is through insight, and I need to make distinctions so that my clients can have deep understanding, because that's where change occurs, when you start to understand yourself in a deep way. And the first way is to listen to your language. So we presume we know what confidence means. We kind of know what it means. It could mean we're really competent. It might mean we've got, a lot of people think it's having a really positive personality. People think you're just born with confidence. But what it really is, if you look in any dictionary, and the dictionary is one of the best books, self-help books that you can find. And it's not just about spelling or learning the meaning of words. It is really understanding what you're saying, what you're telling yourself, what you're believing, what you're thinking, what you're saying and not even knowing you're saying. So if you get a dictionary out and start look up confidence or lack of confidence. Okay. So confidence is really the ability to trust yourself to do something. Okay. And a lot of people don't know that. So that's where I start. It's got of recognizing. So you've got to get specific. What are you not confident on? Which means, what do you not trust yourself completely to do? Okay. And then recognizing it is a lack of trust when it gets down to it. So then they're the first two steps. And that can have a lot of change by itself. That understanding really is helping you to unravel what you're talking about, what you mean. Because if you actually say to yourself, well, actually, I do trust myself to do that. So that means you are confident. So then it might be something else you need to work on. Okay, but it's not confidence. So, well, let's say it is, you recognize there's a certain amount of lack of trust. And the example we gave earlier, when you're playing in a big game as an athlete, on the training ground, you can trust yourself. There's no pressure. But now all of a sudden there's a big game or match or tournament. The pressure starts to get to you. So you don't trust yourself to get through the match without feeling the pressure. Okay, you don't trust yourself to perform well. Maybe when there's a big crowd watching, or maybe there's a higher ranking opponent or a better football team, or whatever, if it's a team sport, it could be a better ranked team in the league. Whereas maybe if you're playing the lower ranked ones, maybe you are confident, you trust yourself because you're supposed to be the better player. That might not be the case, but what I want you to do is start thinking about what exactly it is. So whenever you find yourself under pressure, specifically when. So again, there's another layer. There's 3 layers we're starting to peel off. Okay. So now we're getting deeper. into this lack of confidence. Okay, because it is a belief. Whenever you find out when it is that your confidence is, you don't trust yourself completely, then you know there's something you need to work on. Exactly. And that's where you need to work on. That's where you need to do that deep inner work to go even deeper. So you can, the tips I'm giving you, you can do a lot yourself. But what you really need to do is get inside your mind and unpick those thoughts and beliefs that are causing this lack of trust. Of course, there is other ways of overcoming this. We talk about, if you think about exposure therapy, it's doing something and getting exposed to it until it becomes normal, so that you can trust yourself. You've done it that many times under pressure, and that's okay as well. But sometimes in sport, it's so competitive, you mightn't get another chance to do that. Maybe you're in a team where the manager or coach doesn't have time for you to take a long process to get better and expose yourself, so that you might be sold off or kept in the second team or the third team or whatever it is. And you mightn't get your chance, which really knocks your confidence even more. So you might never get your chance. The thing is, sports psychologists, maybe they recognize this and understand it, but they can't. They have to work with the whole team. They don't get much time to work with individuals in a deep level, because this confidence, it's a personal thing. So we talk about in sport that the confidence can get lost in the dressing room, but that's the dressing room not trusting the manager or the coach. He's lost trust. But the big clubs, it is a business, and the directors want things to happen. There's shareholders, there's fans, there's pressure. So the only person who can really do anything about it is yourself. So you got to take ownership and not stop blaming other people or circumstances. Maybe there's an element of truth to all of that, but it's not going to get you anywhere just pointing the finger and wishing things were different. So to have confidence, the first thing is to take ownership and do something about it. So you recognize it for what it is, the lack of trust. You recognize when it happens specifically. And then you need to find out why it's happening. So you're going to need someone that understands the mind, kind of a specialist, to help you unpick your mind. But you've got to take ownership and seek that person out. You can't blame the sports psychologist in the team. They've got a hell of a lot of people to work with, and they don't necessarily have time to do all this deep inner work with yourself. Maybe they don't have the time. Some of them just don't have the skills. That's not their area of expertise. They're working with a massive dynamic of a team. And even if you're an individual, say tennis is your sport, there's still a team behind you. Okay, and at the end of the day, you're the one that's out there by yourself performing. So you need someone to go deep into your subconscious and find out why you don't trust yourself. Because there is a reason. We're going to talk about reasons a lot. It's a favorite word of mine, is reasons. So there's a reason why you have a lack of confidence. There's a reason why you compete. There's a reason why you want to win. There's a reason why you enjoy what you're doing. And you've got to do it for you. You've got to take ownership of this. And ultimately, you've got to do something about it. So, in my next video, I'm going to go a little bit deeper into that and give you some tools that you can use yourself to go a little bit deeper and really recognize. Because what I want to get through to everybody is, I work on confidence a lot because it really is the foundation of everything else. All these beliefs, this fear of failure, or this imposter syndrome, fear of success, not feeling good enough. It all comes from this lack of confidence. And once you conquer that and work on that, then all those things will start to fall into place. Your self-belief goes up. And when you're confident in yourself, then you win the confidence of your coach, your teammates, the fans, the directors. So it's a win-win. Thanks for watching today. If you liked the video, please subscribe and comment below. I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk soon.